Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either real Randy Chavez coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Also become a member. Everyone check out raythax.eth domain name, and this is not financial advice ever. So right off the bat, OMI's having an okay day. We're up, excuse me, we're up about 1.1%, which is not a ton of volume. We have less than 700,000 over the last 24 hours, but we are outperforming most everything except for Bitcoin, BNB, and then the other thing was Avalanche are the only three things in the top 20 that we are not outperforming. We are outperforming everything else as far as crypto is concerned. Also it's kind of a wishy-washy day for the market. The Dow was up, Nasdaq was down, the Russell 2000 was up, crude oil was down, but we did outperform everything, whether it's S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow, Russell, crude, gold, silver, euro, etc. So OMI do outperforming. I did get another million OMI, so I do have 151 million now. The goal, I think, will be to get for 155 to 160 by the end of the quarter. We'll see if I can do that. If I can, great. If not, no big deal. I'll try to get it next quarter. We did have a little bit of an update, speaking of OMI, from Rhys. There is a couple of things that I do want to go over. Some things good, some things bad, some things, well, you make the decision. I'll go over them right now. He was on Crypto Rain's channel, and Crypto Rain had Dr. Stuff over as the co-host. They asked amazing questions. Definitely go watch that. It was a couple hours, one of the longest ones he's ever done. So shout out to Rhys for being able to do that, make some time for it. He did mention that more has been done on MCP than OUP. And people were like, okay, well, that's at least something has been done on one thing as opposed to nothing being done. He said the OUP and the crypto to gem really was doing very well until a few weeks ago. They opened up Twitter, and then Wire had announced they were going bankrupt, and then now it turns out that they are not, and they're moving forward with Wire. Obviously, we have Cash Out back. You know, I think we went without Cash Out for like maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, and then suddenly we got it. Also, the fact that I'm really bullish on some of their timelines, the fact that Mitch and Nestor are doubling their development team. So whatever devs they have now, they're working on doubling it. We did see some job listings the other day that I went over. I think if you look in yesterday's video, you're able to see that. So very excited about that. What he did say is that they do need to finish the infrastructure of OUP before they start working on all the developments like bronze tickets, burden reward points, etc. So we do know that that is not done. And I would be slightly concerned or slightly ajar if nothing had been done, nothing was being done about it. But because the fact that they are doubling their development team and put that in conjunction with the fact that a lot of MCP has been worked on and done with, I am pretty bullish. I do think we see some of these start to roll out in Q1. And if it doesn't happen in Q1, they'll start to roll out in Q2. And another reason why I'm curious about this and pretty excited is that today is Queen's Court Day. Every week, Lori Brenner has someone on the Queen's Court, usually someone involved in the Veve and OMI space. And David Yu was supposed to be on this week, but he's not. I don't know the reasons why, but I would like to think that David had said like, hey, can we push this back X amount of weeks or however, because maybe something else is coming out on the app that needs his attention. Now, it could be very well something like, oh, scheduling conflict, I have a meeting when I thought I didn't. And that could very well be the case, or it could be something else. So either way, I'm pretty excited on what's to come. I've had a lot of people really ask me about first appearance versus scarcity. Most notably, you really have that with the R2D2 and C3PO. And I will say this, if you, before you were coming into this, before you came into the Veve OMI world, if you were not into collecting, what would you have valued more? And it might not even be that. It might just be whatever looks cool, whatever, touches your heart. Trying to think of the singer of that old song, Listen to Your Heart. But I feel like a lot of, I don't want to say rhetoric, I feel like a lot of people tend to repeat the same mantras, like first appearance, super important. And it is, don't get me wrong, but scarcity is also important. I think that because you have some really insanely intelligent people that come from comics like Sleep in Comics or Comics and Crypto, they really pounce on that first appearance because it does mean a lot coming from that world and a lot of collectors in general. That famous line, repeat something, enough and everyone will believe it. So even people that are in middle of the road that maybe might not care one way or the other about first appearance, you will see a lot of those people say like, oh, first appearance, yeah, gotta get it. which again is fine. That is important. But I do think that in general, when you have people that are middle of the fence, again, collect what you want. Whenever I was in Pokemon and people say, hey, what should I get? Just collect what you like. If you happen to like I like the R2D2, the one that's not first appearance. I like the one where it looks like R2D2 and it makes the sounds and the noises. That's super nostalgic for me. So if you like that, by all means, same thing. Collect what you like. It does get a little wishy-washy when you have what's going to be better. At this point, again, less than 0.5% of people in the world are into crypto, much less NFTs. So you really have a super, super small, super scarce, study that's being done, and we have a really small sample size. So that could change in an instant. So we're just not sure yet. Comment down below whether you like first appearance or scarcity better, and then we'll go from there. But I do think first appearance does squeak out a win over scarcity. Speaking of scarcity, Veve does have a new Medium article talking about Disney's Oswald the Lucky Rabbit collection. I knew, or I didn't know, but I knew we would be getting this for some time now. They did announce it yesterday. This is going to be a blind box. It is a slightly more expensive blind box than, let's say, I think RoboCop was $60, but the Infinity Stones have all been $30 each. This is $60 each, and the only one that is animated and has sound is going to be the Rare. The Rare has 4,927 of these mints, so obviously take away 90, you have 4,837 mints. This, obviously, all of these are going to be first appearance. It is available globally. The Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, which is the one of the secret rares, or two secret rares. And that's the thing, with all of these, the Rare and the secret rare and the other secret rare, they all kind of look the same. I wish there would have had a little bit more of a, maybe one facing the other way. I mean, they're all facing frontwards, which is fine. But again, the Rare is animated and does have sound. But the secret rares are pretty scarce. You have 938 of the first secret rare, and that is going to be 848, and then the other one is 927 for that secret rare, and that is going to be 837 after they take away 90. So I'm excited for that, to see what it does. So I did bring this up the other day, but I have to bring it up again because of what we were talking about last night on around the Okomiverse channel. For those of you that haven't watched it, it's pretty awesome. Last night was on Crypto Rain's channel. We do have somebody mentioning, hey, 12 months ago, and again, shout out to Hero, absolutely love them. Someone that, again, the good parts on Hero, 12 months ago, Hero wasn't really out publicly, but since then they've rolled out interoperability, trading, in-app chat, a proper collection program with gamification, cross-platform, day one, and now both burning points and crafting new NFTs. They are doing extraordinarily well, and I've heard some arguments saying, okay, Hero's going to overtake Veve, or someone with a team of devs, somebody that has a team of devs like Hero does, are going to take over Veve. And I've heard people say that competition is coming. I will repeat what I've been saying since 2021. Veve has won the decade. And I love Hero. I'm excited to be part of the fam. I put money in and collect what I like. I have Hero stuff. I've never sold anything Hero stuff. I only collect. That being said, there's a lot of Hero cards that are first appearances on the blockchain, and they go for $1. And the only reason they go for $1 and not less is because $1 is the minimum amount that you can list on there. Despite being interoperable, despite having immutable X on that open ecosystem, you can use OMI and buy that stuff. You can use anything you want and buy that stuff. Guys, the other, like the competition outside of Hero, which yes is in the space and it is technically competition. What else is there? Like NBA Top Shot, one thing, same thing as Hero. Well, you have Recur. Recur had amazing licenses. Had Hello Kitty, so many things on Nickelodeon, Star Trek. Some of the same, Star Trek shares a license with us. Like how many are there even drops anymore on that? Do you think Hello Kitty is going to stay with Recur after the next 2 years? After whenever their contract is up, they might not even wait until their contract is up. Where do you think these licenses are going to go? Some might try to launch their own thing, or they could back the truck up and be like, hey, wait a minute. Veve's already got an insane ecosystem. Again, when Tom Brady has Tony Hawk, Wayne Gretzky, Tiger Woods, Simone Biles, like every single amazing superstar of every sport on Autograph.io, and it fails, that will scare the crap out of these companies. And again, Veve has no serious competition. I don't see anyone coming and overtaking Veve in any way this decade. I could see maybe some competition in the second half of this decade. And I get it. You have some things that we wish were going a little faster. I wish they were going faster as well. But they are moving. And like I said, I have no issue just getting another million OMI today, get another million next week, and I'll put in as much as I can, as often as I can, until we start mooning. And then I'll collect. Moving on. We got the comic today. There was a very, very few amount of comics. Only 7,500 comics at $10 a comic. So Veve made $69,000 in top grossing revenue. Everyone comment nice down below with 69. I did wind up getting a common. I got a 3-digit common, sold it for 69 gems. Everyone comment nice down below with 69. And well, Chavez, why? The comic is cool. It does really well in the real world, and you could buy the floor right now for 20-something gems, and that'll go up. When, I don't know. It will, but there's just other things I want. I think for Ant-Man Quantumania next month we get Marvel Mighties. I want to save gems for other stuff. I think this comic is awesome. I think it's great long term, but there's just other stuff that I want to buy. Moving on. We have Brock McBlockchain tweeting, Brock is wild, but he wouldn't drop Mega Feesh tomorrow during Spaces. That's too crazy, even for him, right? So the Feeshes did have a Spaces. Actually, I'm sorry, they will have a Spaces tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go check that out. I'll be there. We have we had some people over on Twitter before talking about really awesome mints, and you have from Mr. 41.eth saying here's some correct photos that he had shared, and it is the Hitch and a Ride close call on board, all number 41s from that most recent Mickey drop. He has the same thing for number 43. So he has a completed 41 set, a completed 43 set, a completed 45 set, and a completed 47 set. I don't know why he likes really odd numbers. Again, I do believe this one is special. So yeah, I don't have it. I do want it. I will probably get that at some point. Yeah, people are still stacking. It's wild. Anywho, that's it for me today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashie. Bye-bye, Dashie. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.